What if I told you the Cleveland Browns could solve their wide receiver dilemma without breaking the bank or risking a major draft pick? Yeah, it's possible. The Green Bay Packers, sitting on a treasure trove of wide receiver talent, might just have the answer. And that answer could be Romeo Doubs, a player who could provide an instant boost to Cleveland's receiving corps. Could this be the trade that changes the course of the Browns' 2025 season? If you're as excited about this possibility as I am, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to comment below with your thoughts. Would Romeo Doubs be the right fit in Cleveland? Let's dive in. The Cleveland Browns are no strangers to making bold moves to shore up their roster. But right now, the team's wide receiver group is, well, let's just say it's thin. Despite having a star quarterback in Deshaun Watson, the Browns have one glaring issue on offense: wide receiver depth. Sure, they've got Jeudy, but beyond him, there's a whole lot of potential and not much proven production. On the other side of the league, the Green Bay Packers are in a unique position. They've stocked up on wide receiver talent over the last couple of seasons, especially after bringing in Matthew Golden and Savion Williams from the NFL draft. That's great for Green Bay's offense, but with all this talent, someone is going to get squeezed out, and that player could very well be Romeo Doubs. So why exactly would the Packers part ways with Doubs? Let's break it down. For starters, the Packers are loaded at the wide receiver position. Between veteran stars and promising new draft picks, Green Bay has a crowded depth chart. With Doubs entering the final year of his deal, it's only a matter of time before Green Bay has to make a decision about his future. Do they keep him and risk losing him for nothing next season? Or do they get something in return by trading him now? That's where the Cleveland Browns come in. While they made some moves in free agency, including bringing in Diontae Johnson, a player who has had his fair share of struggles, they still don't have that proven number 2 option to pair with Jeudy. This is a team that needs help at receiver. Now, let's talk about Romeo Doubs. Over his first 3 seasons in Green Bay, Doubs has been far from a superstar, but he's been solid. In 2024, he caught 46 passes for 601 yards and 4 touchdowns. Not mind-blowing stats, but very respectable, especially when you consider the circumstances around him. Doubs has averaged a solid 13.1 yards per reception, showing he can stretch the field when called upon. But here's the thing. Doubs isn't a number 1 guy. He's not going to come in and immediately dominate a receiving corps. However, he is the kind of player that can add depth and a reliable presence for a team that's looking for some stability. And that's exactly what the Browns need. For Cleveland, the wide receiver room is lacking depth and reliability beyond Jeudy. Sure, there are some young breakout candidates like Cedric Tillman and Jamari Thrash, but there's a real risk that neither of them can step up this year. You don't want to put your entire passing game on the shoulders of unproven players, especially when you're trying to give Deshaun Watson all the tools he needs to succeed. The Browns also didn't draft a wide receiver this year, which only adds to the pressure. With Diontae Johnson being a recent addition, having played for 3 teams last year, and even walking away from one of them for the cold, there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding him as well. This is why Romeo Doubs makes so much sense. He brings that veteran presence and reliable hands to a team in desperate need of those qualities. While he may not be a number 1 wideout, Doubs offers exactly what the Browns need. A consistent target who can help open up the offense for everyone else. Now, let's get to the good stuff. What would this trade actually look like? The Packers, sitting pretty with an abundance of talent at wide receiver, might not ask for a king's ransom for Doubs. A third or fourth round pick could do the trick, especially considering he's entering the final year of his contract. This is a low-risk, high-reward move for Cleveland. They get a proven player who can help immediately, and Green Bay gets a draft pick to continue building for the future. For the Browns, this is a no-brainer. Adding Doubs doesn't solve all their problems, but it definitely gives them another weapon on offense, one that could make a big difference in the 2025 season. If Doubs ends up in Cleveland, his immediate impact will likely be felt in keeping the chains moving and providing another option for Watson to rely on in crucial situations. His ability to stretch the field could open up more opportunities for Jeudy, and it might even give Cleveland's running game a little more space to operate. It's a move that would make this offense a little more well-rounded, and that could be exactly what the Browns need to push into playoff contention. So, what do you think? Should the Browns make a move for Romeo Doubs? Would he be the game changer they need to get back into Super Bowl contention?